Welcome aboard BioTrek Sailing. On a les sous-titres en français et d'autres langues. We are Pierre, Lisa, and Tiller, now sailing in French Polynesia in the South Pacific. We've transitioned from full-time work to full-time sailing, and we live aboard BioTrek as we sail around the world. We're making these videos to share our enjoyment of our ocean world with you. To help inspire us to continue to create this content, please consider a donation to the Alliance to Cure, the not-for-profit foundation working to cure vascular lesions in the brain called CCM, for cerebral cavernous malformation. Well, that's a mouthful, so we just call them CCM. 1 in 500 of us have one of these lesions lurking in our brains, and CCMs may unexpectedly bleed and may cause strokes and seizures. Any level of support on behalf of BioTrek Sailing would be greatly appreciated. The link is below. Donations are tax deductible. In our last episode, we were in Tahiti in French Polynesia. We're part of the Grand Large Yachting Round the World Rally, and a number of the boats have moved on from Tahiti over to the Society Islands in preparation for a jump over to Fiji. But with Tonga still closed, some of them have decided to stay longer in French Polynesia. We decided to return to the Tuamotus rather than to move on to Fiji. That is typically an upwind sail, so we headed over to Moorea to wait for an appropriate weather window. We like to anchor outside the bay near the reef where the water is crystal clear, giving us a chance to try out our new combination paddleboard wingboard that we bought in Tahiti, and just to enjoy the beautiful water and the view. We took a hike with another other boat, Impossible, and had a beautiful view of the bay. We also saw these little birds pecking at some food on the stone. And a little bit of research showed that these were probably Moorea kingfishers by both their appearance and their chirp. The species is only found on the island of Moorea. At the end of the hike, I had a little tumble, spraining my wrist and dislocating my little finger. So after a goodbye dinner with crazy flavor, we headed back to Tahiti so that I could have some x-rays. Dolphins greeted us as we entered the port, and we got a pretty sweet spot to keep the boat in the Papeete Marina. Prognosis, nothing broken in the wrists, so just keep the brace on for 2 to 3 weeks. Had missed our weather window to go to the Tuamotus, so back to Moorea to wait for another weather window, especially because there were some high winds coming the following day. As we were leaving port, this Chinese fishing vessel was being escorted into port.
It's strange because yesterday in the president's speech he said they don't give fishing rights to any foreign countries within Polynesian territory. So with the pilot assisting it, we're wondering if it was maybe just captured coming into port, fishing illegally.
We decided to go to Cook's Bay because of the bad weather, and also that was the bay where the event with the Tahiti Moorea Rendezvous was taking place. As we entered the pass, a local boat came up to us and told us that there was a mother whale and her baby that had been hanging out at the entrance, and best to stay away and give them some room. So we gave them a wide berth, but did take some photos as we went by.
It's supposed to be a baby. You turn them over?
Well, our videos are taken with the zoom while we were quite far away. Another person from the rally had gone diving near the whales and took this video and posted it on Instagram. It's pretty amazing. After anchoring in the bay, we met up with our friends from Two Canoes for dinner before we had an evening of high winds. It's pretty windy, but look at that sky. But it's gusting 35 knots. And we've got good anchor holding. So last night we had a bad night because it was blowing up to 40 knots in gusts. But this is what we have today. Can you explain, Pierre?
Well, we're back to the normal southeast wind.
Okay,
We're located right here, just to the right of Cook's Bay. And as we can see, we are right in the shadow of both Moorea and Papeete.
And Tahiti. So we're in the blue is the shadow of no wind.
It's no wind yet.
Yeah. But if somebody let go and there was a mayday, like what were we going to do? Because show my hand. With my hand, I wasn't going to get in a dinghy.
No.
You'd be by yourself. Here come the waves.
Here comes the waves.
She's wanting to push past you and go in the front, but she doesn't know how. We hadn't planned to be in Moorea for the Tahiti Moorea sailing rendezvous. After a return to Moorea, after our short stop in Tahiti for x-rays, we decided to participate in this event, and we're glad we did. It was so much fun. We moved the boat deep into Cook's Bay, where all the other boats were arriving and were anchoring. And with my right hand still out of commission, I couldn't participate in the events, but I volunteered to use our dinghy as a committee boat and take some pictures. Ready to take pictures, Marie? Mathilde?
Hi.
Céline?
Hey.
Luc?
Qu'est-ce que tu veux filmer?
Je veux filmer maintenant des superbes bateaux, amazing boats in this bay. I want to see BioTrek, I want to see
We're there.
Vitamine, I want to see Blue Waves à la vida. Vas-y.
Okay, so Luc, you have a YouTube station, and what
Yes, it's Tropical Sailing Life. More than 600 videos about cruising all around.
Okay, I'll put the link below for that.
Okay, great. Yes, and you will soon see a bunch of videos from this rally.
Perfect.
Là, on va voir ça la vida. Amazing Salavida. Parfait. Et on va voir Ningyo. Mais. Ningyo. Allez. Lisa, we're gonna see your boat now. Le son, il est enregistré, the sound is on. I was wondering if I was talking just.
Et là, t'as Vitamine.
Allez, vitamine et après on va sur BioTrek.
Ouais, c'était pas bien.
Ouais. Il y a un stabilisateur ou...
Oui, il y a un stabilisateur.
Celui-là aussi?
Ah non.
Celui-là, ouais.
Et là, il doit faire avec la ficelle.
Avec le bras, on compense.
J'essaye.
Ah, il commence à ça, je pense.
Ah, ok. Allez.
The Tahiti Moorea Rally is an annual event to bring cruisers together who are sailing in French Polynesia. And the Grand Large Yachting World Odyssey Rally had worked with the organizers to have the rally participate as well. First, some Polynesian outrigger canoe races. So should we maybe go up there so we can get them coming towards us?
Yeah,
Ouais.
yeah. But you have any shots up there?
Yeah. All right.
Alors les gars, on y va un petit peu. Non, reste en arrière. N'importe quoi. Allez Dominique, allez Véronique.
So they're changing teams right now. Because they're having heats.
Bravo, bravo.
Bon alors pour mes cendres, vous les mettez en haut du caillou là-haut. Hein. Je compte sur vous.
Allez, vous êtes prêts, go on. Allez. Faster, faster. Faster, faster. You're in the lead. Allez, hein, la gagne, hein, les filles. Hein. Ah, c'est ça, Miss Moorea.
Ok, du côté gauche.
Je fais.
Non, non, non,
Vas-y, vas-y, vas-y. Go, go, go.
Ouvrez le coco, il faut secouer. Si vous entendez de l'eau, c'est good. Do you understand? Et là, vous avez le derrière, le coulo, the behind. Always open from the side of the behind. Toujours décortiqué par le côté de l'arrière, toujours. Pushing, push time. Perfect. You can plant flowers inside. Yeah, flower then. You know Fakarava? It's a flower? Yes? Yeah. Then hang. And then with the huru, we call that puruhari. Say puruhari. With the puruhari you can use to wash dishes. You can shower with soap. Jenny. So, and you can also take one by one, prenez un par un. Et braid. On dit braid en français? Tresser, voilà, tresser. Tressé pour faire rope, corde. C'est avec cette corde qu'on attachait nos bateaux avant. With that rope, we tied our canoe. More it gets wet, more it gets strong. Plus ça mouille, plus ça devient
Dur.
intelligent, hein? This is the coconut. Vous avez les yeux, pas les yeux, pardon. Le nez au milieu et la bouche. Mouth, nose, and the eyes. So if you make a hole into the mouth, you have this. Avec un petit couteau, vous pouvez faire un trou par la bouche. This is to know this is the mouth. Hein? Tournez dans ce sens, avec un bois. Ça c'est l'eau de coco. L'eau de coco. Hein? C'est pas Coca-Cola, hein? That's the water of the coconut. If you want to get the milk, you have to grate it. Huh?
Morning, we had bread delivered to our boat. Bonjour. It was also a local community event on Moorea, with locals displaying their wares and lunches with local food. It was fabulous. Thank you to Stephanie who organized it. It was sad to see our friends on Canoe leaving, but then we had other friends, Saga and Vitia, arriving. Then it was our time to leave, and we headed towards the Tuamotus.
What do you think, Chilla? Do you think it's going to be a long evening? Play, play, play. And you had a good swim today, right? We're leaving the anchorage towards Fakarava. Do you think it's a giant? Ah, it's a nice tuna. Let me get it with the iPhone also, Pierre. Hello.
That's a super nice tuna.
our boat there at a distance.
Okay, here you can tell I don't usually walk around with a camera in my
So
face
we're-
when we're in town.
Just walking to a nice little hotel.
It's like this. It's turned it like this.
It's like that.
So you're saying?
We're just walking to a nice little hotel.
The grocery store? Right by the church. Light winds, we had to motor quite a bit to get to Fakarava, and so we needed to refuel. So here we are at the fuel dock, and the supply ship is in. We were in Fakarava at the same wharf 15 years ago, and there was no gas station. This is how we had to get the fuel at that time.